Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Very happy to be back in front of all of you. Today's lecture is the fifth in the series and is entitled Smoking, Hazards and How to Quit. Basically, smoking has been known to mankind for a very, very long time. And earlier, you will be surprised that it was not much of tobacco, but it was cannabis smoked. And there is a mention of smoking even in Atharva Veda. Now, this has been practiced for a long time, but that does not mean that it's a good practice and it should be actually completely condemned because of the hazards that are associated and the morbidity and the mortality that it causes everywhere. Tobacco kills more than 1.3 million people every year in India, and this accounts for almost 10% of all deaths. Of these, smoking attributable deaths are close to 9,30,000, and the ones which are not attributable to the smoking type of tobacco but are due to smokeless tobacco, they are almost 3,50,000. This translates into a death rate of 3,500 per day, and this is a data of 2012. Approximately, there are 130 million smokers in the country, and unfortunately, India is home to 12% of the total world's population of smokers. According to the GATS 2 survey, which is the adult tobacco survey, there are 270 million users of tobacco in our country. Now, what is important is that smoking is the leading cause of mortality, but it is completely preventable. You look at the 5 topmost causes of overall death in the country. These are ischemic heart disease, chronic obstructive airway disease, and the fourth one is the cerebrovascular disease. Mind you, a lot of contribution to these diseases comes from smoking alone. As I said to you before, there are 270 million people who are currently using tobacco. What is very, very unfortunate is that if you look at these numbers, look at these numbers. There are many smokeless tobacco users in the country, and it causes equal amount of harm to the health. What is unfortunate is that a lot of these people are falling in the age group of 13 to 15 years, which is very scary. Smoking is a fundamental risk, you must remember, and that is because there are a lot of myths, and people keep telling this because they want to probably find an excuse to smoke. People say, I smoke only once in a while. I smoke socially. I don't smoke at home, and I smoke only when I drink. Some people say that I smoke light and low tar cigarettes. But let me tell you, every component of cigarette is harmful, and it is mind-boggling that there are 7,000 chemical compounds in the cigarette smoke, tar, etc., which are absolutely carcinogenic, very, very toxic to the body. And if you look at the cigarette, right from the filter to the tip, a lot of poisonous components are there. In fact, whenever the cigarette is lit, people use lighters which contain butane, and this can be inhaled, which is very toxic. Some people use matchsticks which contains sulfur, and these fumes can also be inhaled to add to the overall toxic components of the cigarette smoke. Some to name are arsenic, formaldehyde, nicotine, carbon monoxide, acrolein, etc. There are variety of types of smoking, and these are cigarette smoking, bidi smoking, chilim, hookah, cigar, pipe, self-rolled cigarettes, cricket, critics, etc. what is also important to note is that there are people who are passive smokers who do not actually practice smoking, but just by virtue of being in the vicinity or being in the company of smokers, they inhale smoke. And secondhand smoke has been confirmed as a cause of lung cancer in human beings. It increases the risk of respiratory illnesses, especially in children brought up in such atmospheres. There is not a single system which is not affected by tobacco or smoking. Whether it is heart, circulation that I have been talking about, there are all other biological systems which are affected, and these include right from skin, blood, metabolic parameters, male reproductive systems, female reproductive systems, etc., to lungs and digestive tract as well. There are innumerable diseases, disorders, and mortality that can be attributed because of the side effects of tobacco and smoking. Coming to the cardiovascular system, because I must be mentioning a little more about this particular disease here, smokers are at a greater risk for diseases that affect the heart as well as blood vessels, and they cause stroke. Smoking makes your heart beat faster and it can cause very serious arrhythmias. Arrhythmias are nothing but abnormal beating of your heart, which can lead to some of the most lethal uh, heart arrhythmias known to us. A clot formed in the blood vessel can block the blood flow and cause a heart attack, or if it blocks in one of the brain arteries, it can cause paralysis. Sometimes there can be bleeding in the brain and coma due to smoking hazards. Sometimes blocks are formed in your hands and in your leg arteries, leading to what is called as peripheral vascular disease. Damage to the walls of the large artery of the aorta leads to what is called as the bulge or the aneurysm of the aorta, which can rupture, causing sudden deaths. This also leads to stickiness of the platelets, activation of blood clotting mechanisms, and reminding you once again that passive smokers have a 25 to 30% increased risk of coronary heart disease than those who are not exposed. Coming to something which is relevant here, tobacco use, non-communicable diseases, and COVID-19. Smoking impairs lung function. It in fact impairs the local immunity of your lungs and upper respiratory tract and make you more vulnerable to acquiring COVID-19 infections. And if you acquire COVID-19 infections, it makes you more vulnerable for having severer forms of this disease. And in fact, of all the comorbidities which have been studied in the people who died because of COVID-19 disease, chronic smoking has come out as one of the most important risk factors associated with increased mortality. In fact, it also makes you vulnerable because you take your fingers close to your mouth. Sometimes there is a practice that the cigarette is shared between friends, which is currently an absolutely bad practice. In fact, smoking itself is a very, very bad thing to do. And sharing it is on top of that is absolutely worst. Now, evidence from countries reporting COVID-19 related fatalities has highlighted that the people with pre-existing non-communicable diseases pertaining to smoking are prone, as I said before. In fact, on 11th of May 20, there was a directive and Ministry of Health and Family Welfare warns against the use of any form of tobacco. In that case, why do we continue to smoke, or why do we continue to have cigarette available in the country? Is it possibly because there is some amount of revenue coming to the government? Yes, it is possible, because if you look at the figures of revenue generated by the government in 2019, it was close to the tune of 35,000 crore rupees, which is very, very sumptuous. But we also have to look at the downside of this. GATS 2 survey that I said to you before says that there are 27 crore tobacco users. In 2014, the smoking attributable annual deaths, as I said, were 9,30,000, and smokeless tobacco attributable were 3,50,000, amounting to 3,500 deaths per day. If you look at the loss of manpower, if you look at the loss of man hours, 7% of the deaths in India, if they are attributable to tobacco, the total economic cost attributable to this is almost to the tune of 1,04,500 crores. Now tell me, which is more? Getting a revenue of 35,000 crores, or spending, whether it may be direct or indirect spending, but is still 3 times that of revenue that can be generated by government. There are only 5% of the world's population which is covered by very, very stringent and strict norms about smoking and smoking related advertisements. In fact, in India also, for the last couple of decades or more, we see that we have smoke free spaces. There are prominent warnings on the packs, like, for example, smoking kills, smoking will cause heart attack, smoking kills you from cancer, smoking will cause stillbirths, etc., etc. But there are only 5% of the world's population which follow these very, very rigorously. Coming to smoking cessation, I think that's the most important aspect of this lecture. Yes, you can do it, and it is because you just not want to save yourself, but you want to save people around you. Your children, they look at you, they want to copy you. They pick up smoking because you have been smoking in front of them, or children have known that you have been smoking. It is always better to stop smoking as early as possible because it is never too late. The benefits are very substantial. In fact, you can experience the benefit of not smoking as early as 20 minutes, because if you smoke a cigarette, your heart rate goes up, your blood pressure can increase. So, in fact, if you do not smoke for 20 minutes, your heart rate and blood pressure can normalize. As early as 12 hours, the level of carbon monoxide in your body will drop down. 2 weeks later, your circulation and the lung function begins to improve. 6 weeks later, you will realize that your energy levels are much better. Contrary to a belief, and which is a myth, that people want to feel energetic and that's why they smoke. No, over a long term, it causes more of fatigue, easy fatigability, tiredness, and sometimes even depression. 6 months down the track, if you quit smoking, your smoker's cough disappears, you experience better breath, there is no shortness of breath, and 1 year later, in fact, if you quit smoking, your risk of heart disease reduces straight by 50%. Pregnant women definitely will have healthier babies, and you have lesser chances of upper respiratory tract related infections, pneumonias. Your stomach will remain much better. You won't have stomach upsets, and all these benefits are substantial. What should you do before quitting? I think there are multiple things, and these are some of the tips. Actually, if you Google, if you just find out yourself, you have to basically decide a date. I think a lot of us decide 1st of January, Monday, 1st of every month as a good day to start. But I think you do not have to wait for these things. Whenever you decide, you get rid of all the cigarettes that you have, get rid of all the lighters, ashtrays, matchboxes, etc. Clean your room, wash all the clothes, have a good bath, help yourself with a nice meal, and embark upon quitting smoking completely. There are certain tips and techniques of smoking cessation, but of course, nothing works better than your own willpower. Not the will's power, it's a willpower that I said. Pick a quitting date and stick to that very strictly. Commit yourself to that particular date. Keep your hands busy. I see a lot of smokers, they are restless, they want to hold something in their hand, and therefore they resort to smoking more often. Make a list of people you know who have kicked this habit. Avoid high-risk situations like cocktail parties or stressful encounters, and take a lot of pride in saying that I am a non-smoker. It is not cool to be smoking. Actually, it is disgusting to be smoking. Find other ways to relieve tension. If you don't succeed in the first attempt, quit again, and I'm pretty sure with a great determination, you will definitely succeed. Stay away from some of the precipitants of smoking, and these are coffee, tea, alcohol, some kind of a sugary substance, etc. Nibble on low calorie foods, chew gums or cinnamon sticks, stretch out your meals, which means a lot of smokers are eating because they want to have cigarette at the end of their meal, and therefore they will quickly finish their meal within 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, whatever. In fact, if you stretch out your meal for a longer time, you may lose the desire to smoke. After dinner, instead of a cigarette, treat yourself to a cup of mint tea or peppermint candy. Go to the gymnasium, sit in the steam, exercise, do some yogas, pranayam, take some classes for these. Ask for support from co-workers, friends, family members, etc. for this, and ask a friend and family member not to smoke in your presence. On your quit day, hide all ashtrays and destroy all the cigarettes that I've just mentioned. Take a test, what is called as Fagerstrom's test. There are smokers who can give up smoking very easily if they decide, who are absolutely resistant to the concept of quitting, and they fail several times. And that is because your addiction index is different. Every smoker has what is called as the addiction index. And this particular addiction is because of nicotine. And there is a significant craving for nicotine. There are a variety of ways how this craving can be reduced, as I have mentioned before, but there are certain other means which I am coming to in a short while. Take Fagerstrom test, Google it, find out if your score is 5 or more, then there is a good chance that you will not give up very easily. Quitting will become very difficult if your score is more than 5. In that case, you have to be more determined. You have to probably make a very, very sure, certain, desperate attempt to quit smoking. But if your score is less than 3, then quitting is not a very difficult job because it is just the physical dependence. In fact, national tobacco quit lines are available for tobacco cessation. The citizens are advised to call the toll-free quit line, which is mentioned here. And in fact, if you dial the number that is there on your screen, you may be able to talk to somebody who will help you to give you guidelines, targets, and help you to quit smoking. In fact, if you hold your breath for a few seconds when you have urge, the urge might disappear also. There are a lot of remedies, but actually nothing works like actual act of breaking the cigarette and throwing it every time you take it in your hand. You probably have to do this a few times, and thereafter you will probably not take a cigarette in your hand at all. There are things like nicotine patches, nicotine gums, nasal sprays, lozenges, etc. But let me tell you, these are only taking you from one form of tobacco to some other form of tobacco. Of course, it is less toxic, but it is not the most certain way of quitting smoking. The most certain way, as I said, is having a great attitude, a very, very optimistic approach towards a very successful health and a good health, achieving wonderful goals. And I think if this philosophy is going to work for you, let me tell you, you can quit smoking and try it for some time, for a longer time, it will then be possible. You will begin to experience the benefits of quitting very, very early. With this, I want to thank all of you, and to stay updated with my latest videos and cardiology related important tips, like and follow Hardas Heart Care official Facebook and the Instagram page. If you are watching this video on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to this channel and click on the notification bell. That way, whenever I come back with a new video, you will be notified. Once again, thank you very much for your love and support. We will be back soon with a new video. We will announce the date. Have a great weekend. Namaskar.